right, hey guys. Welcome back to Lone Wolf. We're starting book 2 today. I have no idea what is in store. Zip, do you want to give
Lots of
us
fun
a
stuff.
recap?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll do a bit of a story so far, catch up new listeners, and also bring us up to speed and remind us what we did. So, in the northern land of Summerland, it has been the custom for many centuries to send the children of the warrior lords to the monastery of the Kai. There they are taught the skills and disciplines of their noble fathers. So in old days, during the age of the Black Moon, the Dark Lords waged war on Summerland. The conflict was long and bitter. It was a trial of strength that ended in victory for the Summerlanding at the Great Battle of the Mockingbird. King Olnor and the allies of Durinur broke the Darkland armies at the Pass of Moitura and forced them back into the bottomless abyss of the Mockingbird. Vashna, mightiest of the Dark Lords, was slain there upon the sword of King Olnar, called the Summer Sword, Sword of the Sun. Since that age, the Dark Lords have vowed vengeance upon Summerland and the House of Olnar. Morganite, enter Morganite, is playing as Lone Wolf, a young Kai initiate who is learning the secret skills of the Kai Lords until 2 days ago, when the peaceful country of Summerland was plunged into war as a vast Darkland army suddenly invaded Summerland and completely destroyed the Kai monastery. All the Kai Lords were in attendance for the Feast of Famarn, and they were betrayed there by a brother of the Crystal Star, a long ally of the Kai Lords, the Magician's Guild. This one man, Vonatar, very powerful guild master, had actually secretly sold his services to the Dark Lords, and all the Kai Lords were killed as the monastery was surrounded, the gates were opened, the Dark Lord armies came in and destroyed the Kai. Lone Wolf is the only Kai Lord to have survived the massacre. She vowed to avenge their deaths. Her first task she knew had to be to warn the king, for without the Kai Lords to lead Summerland's armies, the country would be unable to mobilize in time to drive the Dark Lords back. Lone Wolf's journey to the capital was pretty perilous. The enemy had overrun much of the country, and they were marching upon home guard, so basically it was a race against time. But despite the many dangers, Lone Wolf fought her way through to the capital, delivered her warning to the king's court, and there was greatly praised for her skill and bravery, but was told her mission was not yet complete. With the Kai Lords gone, there remained only one power in all of Magnemite that could save her people from the Dark Lords, and that is the Summer Sword, the Sword of the Sun. So I think where we left off last time, we were just about to get to that announcement. There was a strange shape-shifting creature that had taken the form of one of the king's generals. And upon seeing Lone Wolf, it transformed and attacked her. But with the help of the prince's magical sword and a nice natural 20, Lone Wolf managed to soundly defeat this creature, though it was a very harrowing battle because she was at 1 hit point for it.
Yeah, about that.
So a few days has passed since then, and a few things have happened that will get us started on our story. Lone Wolf, you've made some allies at court. Obviously, the prince who you saved. The prince comes and sees you as regularly as he can with his duties of state, and he gives you updates on kind of what's happening. And from him, you learn that the armies of the Dark Lords have they're about to reach the gates of Holmgard. And so they're trying to figure out a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, you also are friends with Ogden, who is a royal counselor and a former member of the Yellow Sages, which is a group of seers and people who try to strike a balance in this world. The Ogden you kept your quarters that he gave you, which is a private room up in a tower that's off the beaten path. Your room is watched and guarded so that none can, they fear assassins everywhere.
Right.
And this fear is heightened when the prince one day tells you that they've figured out what that transforming, shape-shifting creature was. and it is a Hellghast. I'll type that in. Any new words I type.
Okay.
So the Hellghasts, this is very disturbing news because the Hellghasts were thought to have all been gone from the world. They were ages ago secret spies of the Dark Lords who undead, but they could shapeshift into any shape and were basically nigh undetectable. They infiltrated offices of state, everything from lowly farmers to literally leaders of countries were secretly Hellghast in disguise. And this resulted in the Hellghast Wars, during which the Brotherhood of the Crystal Star created powers able to detect them and forged magic weapons to defeat them, including the sword that you used, and basically drove all the Hellghasts out, or so it was thought, that they would all perished. But now it seems that probably they have been in hiding, and who knows how long. For instance, the general was one of the Hellghasts, secretly reporting things back to his Dark Lord masters. The prince tells you, usually the Hellghasts, they were known for not breaking their cover for any circumstances. But if this one was willing to break his cover, literally surrounded by the court, then that means that you are a higher priority. And if you come across any others in your travels, they will surely try to strike you down as their highest priority. They could be anywhere, literally anywhere.
Good news.
Meanwhile, Ogden has been training you in magic, and this is part of the level up that we'll finish right now. Last time you gained a new type discipline of animal kinship, and Ogden is surprised to see how quickly you pick up his training. He intended to teach you some very basic cantrips, but instead you pick up your animal kinship allows you to form an even deeper bond with animals, and you take to that training very well. You've taken animal friendship as one of your spells, and that spell has been augmented by your animal kinship ability, which we talked about last time, but basically you can multiple times a day charm animals to be your friend.
Yay, friends.
As for your second spell, this is up to you to choose.
Yeah.
There's a lot of options. I guess what I would ask first is, do you know are you looking for something offensive or defensive, or do you know?
Yeah, I'm looking at the list that I have available to me, and it's
and
like the problem is they're
spells.
all super useful for being alone.
Yeah.
Because it's alarm would be super useful when I'm in camp, but now I also can double with the animal friendship thing, and the animal could potentially help alert me. So
and
that's
detecting poison and disease could be nice.
Right, but I can't cure it, but I could detect it.
Detecting magic might help you find if there's it might not help you if Hellghasts detect magic, but I'll think on that.
Right, Hunter's Mark would help me be even more offensively damaging than I already am, which now that I get to use my dexterity bonus on my offhand attacks,
that's pretty good.
Makes me a lot more of a threat. Hunter's Mark would just just up that a whole bunch. I definitely want to take that, but I may not take that right now.
Speak with animals builds up your animal stuff more.
Right.
Cure wounds gives you more cure wounds per day.
Right. Shit. I want to take cure wounds. I also want to take speak with animals at some point. I want to take
Fog
Hunter's
Cloud
Mark.
is a classic.
Right, because then I can stealth everywhere. Damn it.
So what are you thinking? What speaks to you?
What was that?
Oh, I'm putting up just the names of the people you know.
I was I'm hearing boop noises. What's going on? Yeah, I feel yes, I already have Cure Wounds, but not having Cure Wounds as a spell just feels really dumb.
Are you going that way?
Especially since I keep losing my pack and my curing items. I think I might have to go Cure Wounds and just try and, like, be able to boost myself a little bit more now. And then next level I can take... No, I still can't take anything next level. Shit, I'm stuck with 2 spells. No, I get a 3rd spell next time.
3rd level, you'll get 1 more spell. Yeah.
I do get 1 more spell.
Yeah. And you can cast 1 more spell a day. So, okay. Well, then mark down Cure Wounds.
Okay.
And you can cast that two times a day right now, in addition to the, I think, twice a day you get from your normal Kai Discipline of Healing.
It's the same roll number as far as, like, what I roll for health.
Yeah. Yeah, the difference will be in later levels you can cast Cure Wounds at a higher level.
Right. Okay.
But you can't use your Kai Discipline at a higher level. That's always a level 1 Cure Wounds spell. Okay. Great. Okay. Well, we're gonna jump we're gonna jump ahead into a few days have passed. You've been kept up on events. Ogden has been training you. And this is when you are called back to meet the king.
Okay.
And King Olnar, surrounded by his generals in his throne room, beckons you forward, and in his deep booming voice tells you that after the defeat of Ashna, the Summer Sword was bestowed upon our allies in Durinur as a mark of trust and allegiance that exists between our 2 kingdoms. In return, King Alan of Durinur gave us a magnificent golden ring bearing the royal arms of Durinur. And the king holds up this ring now. And this ring is known as the Seal of Hammerdal. And it was vowed that if ever the Shadow of the West should rise again to threaten Summerland, Durinur would come to the aid of her ally if presented with the ring. The king gives you the Seal of Hammerdal, so mark that down as a special item.
Okay.
It doesn't have any powers. It's a what's it called? It's a symbol. It's a symbol of your country's pact.
Can you type that out also?
Yes, and know that it is, irreplaceable.
Okay. Don't lose it. Damn it.
Don't lose it. It is priceless. Your quest is to travel to Durinur to fetch the Summer Sword back. But meanwhile, the enemy have broken through the outer defenses to the capital and are preparing to besiege the city walls. Captain Duval of the King's Guard leads you from the king's chambers and brings you down to the Royal Armory to see if you need any further equipment. They've fixed up your weapons and things like that. And the king's words keep coming back to you. 40 days, Lone Wolf. We have strength to stand against them for only 40 days.
Ooh, timeline. Okay.
And that is where we will begin.
Okay. Could I stick the dagger in my boot and take another what did I have? Short swords? Long swords? What did I have?
You had short swords, and you lost your short swords.
Yes, I almost immediately.
Episode 1. And let's see, you had Susan, of course.
Yeah, I'm keeping Susan, but can I snag another short sword from the?
Yeah, he'll let you have a short sword. And if you want like an extra dagger too to throw potentially.
Sure, I'll put a dagger in each boot.
Yeah, he'll give you an extra dagger. He'll give you a short sword. You'll replenish your arrows. I think your quiver can hold 20.
Yeah, okay, that's good. I'm back to 20
So you got
then.
full arrows back. He'll give you a potion of Lomspur, which is a basic healing potion. I'll give you the heal on that. And then he'll give you a couple meals if you want them too.
Please. Food is a good thing to have.
Go ahead and mark, and remember you can only hold 8 items.
Yeah.
But go ahead and mark your meals, and 2 of those, and a potion of Lomspur, which is 2d4 plus 2.
Okay.
All right. So let's take a quick look at the map here. I'll pull us off that. Oh, real quick before we go on, Last time, Olfax, who I don't know if he's watching us today, but he usually tunes in. He mentioned way back in episode 1, I think, or maybe even episode 2, that there was a funky picture that always was like his freak out picture. For me, it was the crazy guy with the cleaver, but I thought I'd pull up his picture just for fun. So this is that.
Wait. I gotta zoom out a little bit.
So this is the picture of the guy who, if you stay overnight at the cabin in the woods, you'll encounter this guy.
So he wasn't the same guy that actually tried to kill me in the middle of the night?
No, this is a different guy.
Okay.
He will show up. You saw this guy actually across the lake. He's a Dracaran warrior, and he was about to arrive later with Cran on a Cran and try to murder you in your bed.
Yay! I didn't get murdered in my bed.
In the original books, this is a guy that attacks you on a boat if you try to take a boat across the lake. So, anyway, so wanted to show that. Like I said, not sure if Ofex is listening today, but that's a shout out to him.
Okay.
And we're back on our map. Just to give you an idea of what your journey will be, you are going to be leaving Homeguard, right here. The thing. There we go.
Yep.
You're going to be traveling along the Gulf, past the Curlundan Isles, and into the Gulf of Durnar to land at either Durnar or Port Bax itself, and then take a coach up to you'll be landing at Port Bax, and then you'll take a coach to Hammerdal, which is the capital of Durnar. So that's your journey that you've planned out. And you are to present them with the seal of Hammerdal and claim the Sword of the Sun, which can only, according to legend, be used by a Kai Lord.
I'm glad that they moved it as far away from the Kai Monastery as they possibly could.
You know, it's a good thing, though, because it would have fallen. Had the Kai Monastery at the Dark Lords found it there, they definitely would have destroyed it.
Yeah, well, maybe. But maybe they could have used it to murder a whole bunch of people and not died.
Also, it was the one thing that sealed the pact with Durnar, so that they agreed to protect the entire eastern flank of Summerland.
I see.
But Captain Duvall and his guards, after you've finished loading up, they escort you.
Quick question.
Yes.
The short sword. What is that? That's a 1d6, right?
I want to say yes. I will look it up real quick, but I believe it's a 1d6.
Yeah, because I deleted it once I broke them both.
That is a 1d6 piercing weapon. It's got finesse, which means you can use it with your dex, and it's a light, which means you can two-handed wield it.
Sweet.
And your warhammer is light as well because it is made of Bronin.
Because magic.
There's actually Bronin warhammers in the Lone Wolf series, so that was
so you're like, oh, we're just gonna stick that in there.
Yeah, easy fix. All right. Captain Duvall and his guards escort you to the Citadel Gate, where a small covered wagon awaits you.
Oh, real quick. Hey, Rezi, Mamba, how's the audio doing? Are we good? Is the music too loud? I just want to check before we get too far in. Let me know.
Yeah, hopefully my audio is still coming through great.
Well, I'm hearing you fine. They seem to be responding to your commentary, so...
So there's this small covered wagon. As soon as you clamber in, the gates are thrown open and you are hurried away through the crowded streets of Homeguard. After a short but uncomfortable journey, the wagon stops and the driver pulls open the canvas flap. "This is the quay, my lord. There is your ship, the Green Scepter." As he speaks, the driver points across the quay. Is it quay? It's quay, right? Quay. I always mispronounce that word.
Okay.
It's this guy's fault. He's uneducated. What can I say? He doesn't know how to pronounce things. As he speaks, the driver points across the quay to a sleek trade vessel that's anchored near to the harbor wall. "The first mate's name is Ronan. You'll find him waiting for you across the square at the Good Cheer Inn." Then the driver bids you farewell and quickly disappears into the teeming crowds. So the inn is not far. You can easily reach that if you'd like. If you don't have any other business you want to attend to. And probably right now you're not wearing your Kai cloak because you don't want to draw attention to yourself on this journey.
No,
I imagine
then it'll be shoved into my pack. It'll take up a slot.
yeah,
It's
do
fine.
that. Otherwise, you've been outfitted in a basic commoner's clothing.
Okay.
They look they're not of fine make. They're comfortable and you can easily fight in them. But basically, figure white shirt, breeches, kind of brownish breeches, beige breeches, and just a traveler's cloak to keep off the morning chill. So, what are you doing?
I mean, I don't really think I have much to do about the town. Although, could I potentially try using my, like animal friendship on something? Could I try and go find like a
You just
thing?
for
Just-
sorry, I'm reaching for a drink.
okay.
Just to try it out.
No, I mean,
I mean, there's plenty of animals. There's seagulls. There's little rats that run around.
I don't want
the
a
docks.
rat.
I mean, you're at the docks, you know.
Mhm.
So there's definitely seagulls. There's a giant killer whale just tanning on the docks. No, there's no killer whale.
and then
but
it
there's-
poofs into a black dragonborn, and then
Yeah, it's a druid in disguise. No, there's plenty of animals though. Yeah, there's lots of stuff around. There's little like dock dogs that look pretty scraggly. They eat the garbage that floats in off the flotsam, and they kind of wander the city streets.
Mama
mutts.
suggests I should try and charm the flying snake. It's a little late for that one, Mama.
Yeah, it's too late. Just go back to the graveyard of the ancients.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah,
you'll
I'm
find
sure.
another one.
I'm sure I can like charm skeleton. That totally falls under the creature tome, right? Nobody will attack me when I walk back in with that.
Nah. I mean, there's lots of little things you can charm here if you want.
No, I'll hold off.
In that case, are you making your way to the Green Scepter?
Yeah.
Or Good
let's-
Cheer. Sorry, the Green Scepter is the name of the ship. Good Cheer is the name of the inn.
Oh, we were leaving the next morning, correct?
No, you're leaving like today.
Oh.
Like the first mate is waiting to you to basically take you to the ship.
Oh yeah. Let's go to the boat then. I don't really have anything
cool.
else to do.
Let me pull up everything here and make sure I've got my pictures ready to load.
I mean, we're on a tight timeline. I can't be like dilly-dallying.
That's right. So I do have a slight picture here. This is just to give you a sense of the docks and the area that you're in. Nice little illustration. We'll start with that. Probably very tiny. All right, so you reach the Good Cheer Inn, and it's a very nice sunny morning. The front doors are open. When you peek your head inside, the inn is deserted. There's lots of little tables. There's a bar, and there's windows where the sun is pouring in, and kind of the dust motes are playing all around in it. There is one person sitting here. It's kind of a smallish man with beefy arms, as would befit a sailor, and he looks up as you enter, and he claps his hands and stands up and says, are you and then he kind of doesn't seem to want to say the name. He looks around real like as if he's being watched everywhere, and he says, no, yes, I mean, we're closed, and then he gives you a big wink.
Awkwardly winks.
Yeah, awkwardly winks at you.
Yes, I am due to meet somebody here.
Somebody! Yes. Well, maybe you've come to the right place if you can give me some proof of who you are.
I'll flash in the Kai cloak and
kind of pulled out of
Yeah,
your back,
just-
and he
yeah.
says, "Okay, man, close the door behind you. Close the door behind you. Have a seat."
Okay. I shall do so.
As you pull up, your chair scrapes back across the wood, and you sit down. He reaches across the table and grasps your hand in a very friendly handshake. And he says, "I am First Mate Ronan. So pleased to meet you. Captain Kelman has instructed me to take you to the Green Scepter, but only if I am sure that you are the Kylord they call Lone Wolf,
That is my name.
and you have the object that we so need to get to our destination."
Rezzy. Rezzy just commented that Morgan is flashing people again. Flashing my cloak, man. Just the cloak.
You should read the blogs, Rezi. You'll see. We have a history of this in our games.
Yeah, just a little bit. My characters have a tendency to drop clothes when it's not necessary to have them on, apparently. There's a reason. There's a reason. It's easier to swim without clothes. Come on. The seal of Hammerdal, I'm assuming. So.
Is that what it is? Oh my God! All right, do you have it on you?
Yes, I do. What kind of a seal is this? Is it like a plaque? It's a ring?
It's a ring. It's a ring.
I don't want to put that in my pack. Then that's a stupid place to carry that.
Okay, so do you have it in your pack?
No. I probably want to keep it on my person. I might put it on a necklace thing, just like Karina was doing with all of her shit.
Okay, so great. So you pull the necklace out from around your, and the First Mate Ronan, he looks at it and he says, "Wow, it's one thing, to hear about the legends, but it's another to see it right there in front of you. Wow, around the neck of a Kylord, no less. These are incredible times."
She'll smile sadly at him.
He says, "Listen, I don't want to impose, but I've always wanted to meet a Kylord. Is there any chance you could, I don't know, show me one of your powers? Just show me a little bit of what you can do." I'm sorry. I shouldn't have asked. We're gonna be traveling a long time together, and
she's gonna lean across a little bit towards him and kind of drop her voice a little bit and just be like, "Pray that you do not have to see me use my moves."
He says, why is that?
Because that means we are in great peril.
He says, "Well, then I suppose I'm going to see those moves." And he pulls out a dagger and tries to stab you.
All right, dodge roll out of the way. No, wait. What do I have? Where's my stuff?
He's got a surprise roll on this, unless you were suspecting this at all.
I don't know. Was I? Can we do a?
I don't think you were. I mean, you leaned right into him.
I sort of did.
I
sort of did.
You sort of did. And a few things are going to happen real quick here. I just got to get my dice out. Always have your dice ready.
No, they're right here. I'm ready.
No,
I'm just flipping through like 10 different pages of
I was criticizing myself.
Oh.
All right, here we go.
I should mark it that I took the 2-weapon fighting. We're gonna mark that.
What's your AC again?
It is 16.
16. He is gonna hit you with this first move here. It doesn't crit or anything. That's good.
Good.
But he does hit you for it's a 5 damage.
Okay.
Right there.
All right.
And then as he does this,
I should be paying attention to the music because the music got all dark and ominous like right as I sat down with him. But
it knows. It
apparently does.
So he whistles, and the door bursts open. and a door crashes open at the back of the tavern, the inn, and you see 3 harbor thugs advancing towards you, which is armed, and they are ready to fight. This guy has just stabbed you. He's here. We're gonna roll some initiatives, and I'm gonna throw up a picture for us.
Okay.
To set the mood. So while I'm doing that, go ahead and roll your initiative.
What do I add to that again? Sorry, all my characters are different. It's Dex.
And you get advantage.
Oh, that's right. I get
believe,
advantage on all my rolls, initiative rolls.
And I think you get something special if they haven't gone yet.
Hang on, let me check. Sorry. I'm running 3 different character types, so I have to like because I thought I could put Karina down, and apparently I can't. I have to like pay attention to her still.
Yeah, that's right. She's still part of our game.
You're like, oh hey, yeah, remember Karina? You get to play her today. I'm like, oh shit.
All right.
Advantage on wisdom. Oh, I have advantage on wisdom checks. Ignore difficult terrain. Advantage on initiative. Yeah, on my first turn during combat, I have the advantage on attack rolls against creatures that have not yet acted.
Gotcha.
So if I attack anyone else in the room that just busted in the door, I can get them.
Whew.
Okay, so that's a 19. I rolled a 16 and a 1. So...
Nice. Okay.
The Karina die rolled the 1.
So we have so this guy is gonna go first again.
Okay.
And then it's gonna be these 3 who have entered, which you should have a picture of.
Oh yeah, let me shrink that. Okay.
All right. So this guy actually backs away from the table. He's using the disengage action.
Okay.
So he backs away suddenly, leaving his dagger in your arm, and he kind of kicks back the table so it pushes you against your chair. And while you're doing that, you can't attack him. He backs away and darts out past these 3 through the open door.
Okay.
So he is left combat. It is your turn.
It is indeed my turn.
You've got 3 guys here.
Okay.
All of them wielding scimitars.
Okay.
Actually, sorry, 2 of them have scimitars. One's got 2 daggers.
Okay. I mean, we may as well get away from the table.
Mm-hmm. That's just a basic move action. You're not pinned or anything.
Okay. I'm like, I don't want to have to try and trip over that thing. No longbow, because that's a dumb thing to do. So I'm going to pull out Susan and my short sword.
Okay.
And I'm going to go to town.
All right. You rush in on him?
Yes. Which means
Which one are you attacking? You've got the picture here. You can just... This guy back here...
Yeah, he looks like he's more of a rogue type, potentially.
This guy back here is actually the one with the 2 daggers.
Okay. Yeah, who's closest?
Oh, the front guy, the big one-eyed dude.
The big one I did? I don't know. Maybe I should try and take out the rogue first. The dagger-wielding roguey type, maybe?
Sure.
Yeah, let's try and take him out. Alright. So I get advantage on attack rolls since he hasn't gone yet.
All right.
17 hit?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'll try and hit him with Susan, so that's a 1d8. Are they immune to the Mind Blast?
He is, no, they are not. So you get that as well. That
Okay.
extra die 6 damage.
Yep. That's 10.
10. Okay. So you strike him you dart around these guys and slam your warhammer into this guy, and teeth go flying, and you've left him pretty beat up. Are you following up? He's not down yet.
Yeah, I'll hit him with the short sword.
Okay.
18 to hit.
Oh yeah.
And that's 2d6s then. Plus dex?
It shouldn't be 2d6 because you only get Mind Blast once.
Oh, I do? Oh, that's right.
Once-
You nerfed it
yeah.
for me.
Once around you can use Mind Blast.
Plus dex still?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Because of your level up.
That was only 5 damage.
It's enough though. You spin around and slam Susan into his face, and he kind of half spins, and then while his back is turned, you just drive your short sword through him, and pull it back out, and he goes down. And the big guy curses, and he says, "Surrounded!" And they move to flank you, and they're gonna try to get their strikes on you now.
Okay.
So the little guy who's kind of crouched over, he comes in fast. He rolls only a 13 to hit.
Nope.
So he misses. But the big guy comes in. Let's see if he can get you. 15 to hit.
No.
All right. And no, 2 15s. So he comes in, he swings twice at you with his scimitar, but misses on both strikes. You're blocking with Susan on the one hand, and you're stepping out of the way. Oh, I'm sorry, but he gets his flank bonus, so 17 actually.
That does
So
hit.
17 hits. Okay, so he hits you. Let's see. Flanking, for those who don't know, if you're surrounded on opposite sides by 2 enemies, the enemies get +2 to their attack rolls, and the person who's flanked has disadvantage on certain things, like dexterity saves. So if there's like fireballs going off and they're trying to dodge him. Okay, he deals you 5 damage on that strike. How are you looking?
I have 6 HP left.
6 HP, okay. And he hits you for another 3, actually.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna have to heal this turn.
All right. Is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah, I have to not go down.
All right.
So that'll be my action, but I can still bonus action with my other weapon, right?
No, you have to attack to use that bonus action.
Oh no. Can I bonus action like dodge or something? Or no, that's a full action.
You can disengage and try to evade these guys.
Yeah, let's try.
There's a door not too far for the one that they came through, since you rushed up to them. You could get out that door.
Let's try that.
Okay, so you disengage. So as you basically block another strike, and then you make a feint like you're wounded, and when the big guy comes in to take advantage of that, you just kind of shove him aside and dart out the door. You exit into an alley, and this alleyway goes in 2 directions. You have on one direction, it seems to exit back towards the docks. On another direction, it takes a turn, and you don't know where it goes. You have enough movement left to kind of decide which way to go and get down that way. Do you want to exit the alley into the docks, or do you want to keep to the alley?
I mean, the docks are where more people are going to be. So they may be less likely to attack me there, but then again, there could be a whole bunch of people that are out to get me also, but I need to get to the docks.
Your call.
Docks. We're going to the docks.
All right, so you can hear the sound, the curses behind you, and the sounds of pursuit as the big guy goes,
can I roll my heal?
"After!"
Can I roll my heal?
Oh, yeah, no, because your action was to disengage.
Ah, damn it. Okay.
Otherwise, you would have gotten strikes.
Okay.
So you exit from the alleyway towards the main square. There are there's a crowd, some people here. Less than you would like in the early morning. Most of them seem occupied by their work.
Mm-hmm.
But you can also see the Green Scepter anchored about 300 yards across the water at another dock as it curves around. As you're kind of staring out here, the guy you hear behind you, the men enter the alleyway, and you see them both, the big guy actually raising a crossbow, and he's going to take a shot at you.
Uh-oh.
Oof, it's only an 8. So the shot goes wide and flies over your head. It's your turn. You have a couple options now. You're very close to the edge of the dock, so you could leap off into the water. You could go trying to run the length of the docks. You could get back to the fight, whatever you want to do.
Do I bank on them continuing to roll like ass? Or... I don't think people will take well, to me murdering people on the docks necessarily.
Murder on the docks.
Right?
You don't look like a Kylord right now.
No, but I just look like some poor 16-year-old girl wielding a bunch of weapons.
Yeah.
So the most likely assumption is that I'm a thief, probably.
And splattered with blood. Because you did smash a man's head in.
Shh. No. I could, let's sheath my weapons and dive into the water. Sure, let's try and stealth underwater up to the boat so they can't shoot me.
So you jump from the harbor wall and land with a splash in the middle of the quay. And then you start swimming. So let's give you a strength roll and see if you manage to get far.
Okay.
Basically, you're trying to swim away from these guys and put distance between them.
What am I rolling?
This is a D20. It's a strength, not save, just a strength check. Athletics. Athletics is the skill.
Athletics. Okay. I have proficiency in that. I rolled a 19. 24?
That's plenty. So
you
actually you dive underwater. And it's like you said, the sun is shining down underwater. You can see the beams coming through the roof of the ocean above you, as it shines down through into the hidden mysteries of this underwater realm. You can only see about maybe 15, maybe even 10 feet. But you know which direction you're going, and you're paddling through these sunbeams underwater, completely hidden. And then you eventually surface. You see that you've left the dock you jumped off of far behind, and you see you don't see any sign of your pursuers. You're very close to the Green Scepter, and you hear a shout. And a mean-looking sailor is leaning over the gunwale, and he's cursing at you. He's yelling, "Get out of here! We don't take no stowaways on this ship. Swim somewhere else."
I am no stowaway, sir. I believe that you are due to bear me to... Where were we going? Hammerfell? No, Hammerfell's where we're at.
Durner, Hammerdall.
Hammerdall, there we are.
Portbacks. And... as you shout, the man just let's do a quick persuasion roll.
Oh no! Oh
no! Yeah,
me with my shit persuasion.
The classic charisma.
I rolled a 14, and I have no bonuses to that, so.
The man, I'm gonna roll a check on him, an insight check. He actually rolls really, really high, which is good in this case, because he starts to think that. He's watching you and he's thinking, this is a little strange. and nobody's supposed to know of that mission. So he kind of puts two and two together, and he leaves. He disappears back under the boat. And when he comes back, there's a tall man in a gold-braided uniform with him, and his face is almost totally covered by a shock of bright red hair and a bright red beard. And he's ordering them to lower a ladder, a rope ladder, into the water. So the ladder comes down. You can easily grab onto it and climb up to the ship. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'll climb.
Right, cool. So he pulls you up the last, 5 feet off the ladder, and yells, "Haul anchor!" The crew spring into action as if their very lives depend on it. This captain, for he is the captain of the ship, ushers you below to his cabin, where he offers you something to dry yourself off with, and he pours 2 glasses of Wanlo, a strong spirit from foreign lands. And then he says, "What happened, Lone Wolf? Out. We thought you'd be coming a more dry way onto my ship."
Yes, well, somebody had other plans and laid a trap for me on my way here.
Tell me, what happened?
Supposedly your first mate, Ronan, was supposed to meet me in the inn. And, either your first mate is a piece of work, or somebody lied and, lured me into a trap.
Describe this man who called himself my first mate.
Okay, so she does.
And he shakes his head and says, "Then I fear there is evil treachery at work, and the enemy already has plans afoot to thwart your quest. You've lost the element of surprise, and I have lost a courageous first mate. The man you described was not him, and we have seen no sign of Ronan this morning. I can only fear the worst. Let us..."
Yeah, she'll nod. She did not have a chance to, explore the inn to see if there was a body there.
"Nor do we have time now to do this. Let us only hope that the voyage to Derna be swift and safe." So you end up back up on decks just in time to see the outline of Holmgard on the horizon. With mixed feelings of pride and apprehension, you descend a stairway to your cabin as the last spire of the capital disappears from view. And that looks like this.
There you go.
All right. Your journey is underway, Lone Wolf. Now we must see how what weather and the fates have in store for you. So why don't you go ahead and make a percentile die roll, a die 100.
Okay.
And I don't know if there's any sea music. We're going to be on the sea for a while, so...
Ironically, we've got a really interesting potential sea shanty playing.
No good.
That is a 16.
16. Not fantastic there. Just gonna say that.
No, that's pretty low.
But all of this is this is all different things that could happen.
Okay. Can I heal up in the meantime?
You heal to full.
Okay.
And actually a day passes, so you have all your spells back. You have everything in order.
Okay.
But the following morning, you are woken by the cry of seagulls as they wheel and soar above the clipper. The wind is strong and it fills the sails. You breakfast with Captain Coleman, who is in better spirits, Kelman rather, who is in better spirits than the previous day. He tells you that the Green Scepter is making good speed and should arrive at Port Vax, the main Duranese seaport, within a week, giving you plenty of time to make it back to Holmgard and lift the siege. Suddenly, you all hear a cry coming from above decks in the crow's nest. "Land off the port bow! Land a port!" You want to go up there?
Sure.
Okay, so you climb up on deck, and Captain Kelman is quick to come as well, and you brace yourself against the fresh morning sea breeze. The captain claps a meaty hand on your shoulder and points and says, "That's Manon, the southernmost isles of the Curlendan chain." And you kind of look where he's pointing, and it's a sharp, rocky coastline in the distance. "Wreck Point, the traders call it. Many a ship has ended her days upon those granite teeth. Care to take a look?"
It would be good to steer clear of those, I do believe.
"Oh, we will steer much clear of it. Here, have a look at it. They're a sight to see. You might even be able to pick out the wrecks of ships." And he hands you an ornate telescope.
Okay.
Do you want to take a look?
Sure.
Give me a perception check.
Oh boy, me and my perception. Oh wait, no, I have perception. It's persuasion I don't have.
Yeah, you're good. You're actually pretty perceptive this time.
14.
Not great.
Yeah, I rolled an 11.
Yeah, no, you do see what he's talking
15,
about.
15, sorry. 11, I have plus 4.
15?
Yeah, it's 15. But still, yeah.
Yeah, it's almost enough. The sharp rocks that you look at are festooned with the splintered skeletons of ships that have run aground, or were dashed against the shore in a storm. You stare in fascination at these shattered hulls, trying to picture the terrifying scenes that must have led to their destruction. You put down the telescope after this, and yeah, you're just kind of like hanging out. What are you doing?
On the boat?
Yeah.
I guess I'll see if I can help out with any normal ship sailing activities. I don't want to be useless. I need to like keep strength training and like distract myself from how antsy I am.
You go over to help one of the crew, and you're just helping kind of like tie off knots, check the sails, see what you can do. When suddenly a shriek pierces the sky around you guys, and you startle and look up to see above the ship is a swarm of Zlanbeast. Zlanbeast are like larger crayon. And they are, the alarm is being shouted along the deck to prepare for battle, to prepare for battle. The Zlanbeast are holding beneath their black bellies these nets that are full of Giak. I'll show you what that looks like.
Oh god. Okay, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, the Zlanbeast are all around you, and you're not going to get advantage on your roll this time on your initiative
because we were technically surprised. Yeah,
you're pretty much you have a little bit of time. Like, you're not going to get a surprise round, but you have no chance to fire at these guys, and you're totally caught off guard. And actually, while I'm finding this picture, I don't know if you have it open in front of you, the ranger thing, but that ability might only be in like forests and stuff. I don't know what your ship.
No, it just says straight up that it's part of my natural explorer thing.
You just get it?
I just get it. On my first turn during combat, you have advantage on attack rolls against creatures that have not yet attacked.
Well, that's fine. That's still cool. I can't find this picture, so it doesn't matter. Let's keep going. There's a net of shrieking Giaks that the Zlanbeast just drops down onto the deck behind you, with sort of an uncomfortable splat as they hit.
So they're gonna take some fall damage. Good.
Oh, some of them are dead. I mean, some of the Giaks have totally just been crushed to death in the fall, but many more have survived, and they quickly tear through the net and rush at you. So you are in combat right now with 3 Giaks.
Okay.
And let's roll our initiatives. Oh, not good. Not a good day for the Giaks. What did you get?
I got an 8.
Well, that's still gonna beat them.
Really?
Oh yeah, they rolled a 3.
Ooh,
so they're really not going fast. Fortunately, the Zlanbeast don't seem to be sticking around to fight you guys. They're dropping their loads and then taking off.
Okay.
So right now you're just fighting these Giaks. All around you, the crew are engaging similarly with enemies. Go ahead and make your first move.
Okay. Do I get my advantage against them, the first attack? Because they haven't hit me yet.
They haven't hit you yet. I'm gonna say no on this one, just because you guys were basically surprised. Yeah.
Well, my main attack is probably gonna miss because that was a 6.
That is not gonna hit. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of off-footed as you rush at these guys.
And the offhand, that's a 16.
That's better. That one hits.
Okay. Can I get? Does the Mind Blast work on him?
Yep.
All right, then I'm gonna use the Mind Blast with my short sword. So, oh my God, can we roll decently today at all? Good freaking. Okay, I rolled 2 1s, so it's a total of 5 damage with that.
5 damage.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Let me see if that kills one of them. The one you're attacking actually has 5 life. I just rolled up his life.
Nice.
So you target one of the weaker, the smaller looking ones, and just charge at him. And you don't get a very good strike on him. You come running up, but as luck would have it, the deck sort of shifts under a wave, and he loses his footing and just falls forward onto your blade.
Nice.
So I guess you were attacking with Susan, right?
The first attack was Susan. This was the short
that
blade.
missed. Yeah. So you come swinging wildly at him, and then the ship kind of helps you out.
Hang on, I gotta swap our soundtrack because we're in a lullaby, and that's not gonna work for this. So it's back to the lullaby song.
Funny. All right. While you're doing that, the other two are gonna come around and flank you and try to strike you.
Here, how about the Pirate Fantasy soundtrack? Let's try this one.
The first one, he's also having trouble. He misses. Both of them miss on you. Neither one of them rolls well.
Okay, good.
They are disengaging and pulling. They're using very slippery tactics. So they're pulling in opposite directions away from you.
So I'm gonna have to chase one?
Yeah, you're gonna have to chase one.
All right. Then I'll pick one and go after it.
Okay, one of them's a little bit bigger and brawnier. The other looks about as small as the one you attacked.
Let's try and take the big guy out.
Okay.
Oh, that was much better. I rolled a 19, so that's 22.
Oh yeah, that hits.
All right, let's get Susan out. Let's get Susan, and we'll hit it with the Mind Blast, and hopefully not roll double ones again. Oh, that was much better. Thank you, Susan. That's 11 damage.
Oh, he goes down. Yeah. You rush up and crack into him with your warhammer this time, and it just takes him out.
All right. Do I have enough movement to head after the other guy?
No, he moved too far away.
Okay. Then I guess. Can I ready my bonus action? That's not gonna.
Yeah, it's just you really can't do much anything else.
Okay, well,
so
I'm staring at him. I'm ready.
You swing around and raise your warhammer as he rushes in, and you manage to block his attack.
Okay.
As he comes in, you just hold up the Bronin warhammer, and his blade strikes its edge, not dulling the very powerful Bronin that it's made from. And then he once again kind of slips away from you and pulls back a little bit, although you're gonna be able to reach him.
Okay.
All right.
And I'm gonna try and head after him, and that was a 11 to hit.
No, you rush at him, and he quickly sidesteps as you come. And he's gonna try to strike you as part of this sidestep. He totally whiffs. You guys are just
We're just
missing
whiffing.
each other.
Because
Yeah,
I
but-
totally whiffed on my offhand too. That was a 5.
Oh wow, yeah, no, you guys are just he sidesteps your attack. He strikes at you. You offhand at him, and then he's gonna back away again. He's darting back.
All
once
right,
more.
come here, you son of a bitch.
All right, your turn.
Gotta go get you. I rolled another 11.
Oh man.
Wow.
He as you come at him, he's gonna take this opportunity to he's like near a barrel of fish, and he's gonna kick the whole thing over and try to disrupt your next attack.
Doesn't work. I'm immune to difficult terrain.
Oh, are you immune to
I'm
it?
actually immune to it.
Wow, so you have training in stepping all over fish.
Apparently.
All right.
Because
nice.
yeah, that's part of my my natural explorer is I ignore difficult terrain.
Sweet. Well,
Just
yeah, he
Flat out
kicks the
ignore
shit-
it.
He kicks the fish over, but you're like, not gonna work. I can step on fish.
Right?
And,
You,
it's-
little do you know, I have had many moons practice and running over slippery fish.
Yeah, the fish are not happy about it, but it works out, you know. And I found my picture, by the way, so let's throw that up.
Okay. Okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna. Plus, I'm taunting him this whole time about like what a terrible like shot he is, even though I'm not. I'm missing too, because I can speak Yak. So. Okay, there, that worked. I rolled a 15, so that's an 18 to hit.
18 to hit him.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I can
Alright,
I
so
can
yeah,
get him with
that-
my offhand.
That time, he's so surprised that you didn't fail to. His fish attack didn't work.
Fish attack fail.
You managed to strike him pretty good.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to yeah. So I'm gonna mind blast him and hit him with the short sword. Oh, nice. That's 13 damage total.
All right. So yeah, this time
Woo,
you
finally.
managed to get him. You strike him as you come forward, and then he's close enough to the railing that you send out a blast of mind blast, and it actually lifts him off his feet and topples him overboard. But now this took a while, and while you've been fighting, a fierce battle is raging throughout the ship as the Giacs fight to win control of the Green Scepter. Perched high up in the masts, those land beasts are actually continuing to rend the sails with their talons and razor-sharp teeth. And some of them are flying back towards Wreck Point to pick up more nets of the malicious Giacs. You're kind of you're looking around. Well, what are you doing? Tell me what you're doing.
Yeah. No. I'd want to get a beat on like, are there others close by that I can just mow down, or could I potentially? Are they within range of my bow that I could start shooting the birds to get them off the sails?
Give me a perception check.
Okay. 11?
Yeah. You think you have a chance to fire at these land beasts? Maybe try to drive them off.
I definitely think I can. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Then I'll swap over to my longbow and see if I can try.
Okay.
My perception says I can. I'm gonna try.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's see. 17.
Oh yeah, you bury an arrow in the wing of one of them, and it lets out kind of a barking like "Meh!" and takes off. Kind of leaves its perch on the sail for a moment and starts to join one of its fellows as they fly back towards the island. You barely have time to raise up a cry of an exulted cry though before you fail to see a warrior who is cutting through the crew and charging for you.
Yeah, that's a problem.
This is one of the black-clad warriors that you last saw in the
Shit.
forest.
Okay.
Through the body-strewn decks, a menacing shape looms. Both the Giacs and sailors are cut down
no.
by this man as he advances towards you. It is a Drakkar, a cruel warrior of the Dark Lords. raising his jet black. This one actually doesn't have a shield, but he's wearing full plate armor and he's wielding a double-handed greatsword, and he just rushes at you.
This could be very bad.
He is gonna get a quick attack here,
Right.
because he did surprise you. He hits for sure. Pull up his weapon. Excuse me. Boom, boom, boom. I believe it is a die 12. Let's see if that is correct. And what's your total life again?
16.
16. All right. So there's no way he takes you down in one hit. It's 2d6. That is 5 plus 2. 7 damage, though.
Okay.
Pretty just a big blow as he just comes charging into your side. And he cuts you. I mean, you are bleeding.
Right.
And you're in combat with this guy. Let's roll initiatives. Fortunately for you, he rolls a 7 on his initiative.
Oh, good, because I rolled a 9, so I get 12, yeah.
Oof, okay. So you managed to quickly recover. You're still holding your bow. Right
Yeah, I'm
now.
going to have to drop that in order to get my weapons, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
So you throw down your bow and quickly draw your warhammer and your short sword.
Yep.
And you can start trying to attack.
All right.
He's wearing full plate armor, so he's a little harder to hit.
Yeah, this is not going to be fun. Is he immune to Mind Blast?
He is not.
Okay, that's a little bit helpful. All right, Susan, come on. Work with me, hun. 18?
That's what he has. 18. Yeah, so you just put all of your weight
Woo!
behind this warhammer, and because it's so light, it really works with you, and you just slam him in the chest, crushing breastplate underneath you. Go ahead and make your die attack.
Okay. Get my 1d8 and my...
Let's hope you hurt more than armor.
Right, I don't want to double roll a 1 again. Oh, that's much better. That's 10. 12.
10
That's
total?
12, or,
Oh,
sorry.
that-
11 total, 11 total.
Make up your mind.
It's 11, it's 11, it's 11, I swear. I can math.
So it's a nice blow. You crush in a chunk of his breastplate, and then you use your focus, your psychic powers, to make him feel the pain double. And he you definitely see he feels it. He kind of stumbles back, and he rips off his helmet and spits blood. And he, underneath this helmet is just an ugly, like hulking face. And he spits something in the black tongue at you, which you recognize him as saying it's a curse that basically means he will fight you to the death. And then you get your second attack.
Yes, I do. Fingers crossed, guys. I can actually hit him again with the short sword. I do not. I do not.
All right. He comes at you then. He does hit you again.
Shit.
Oof. Okay. What was your life at?
9?
9. He does a full 14 damage on you.
Oh, shit.
All right. He goes down. Or no, you go down.
I go
Sorry.
down.
You go down. And as you go down, you hear the cry of the captain of the ship, Captain Kelman, just yelling out, reach the Kylord, reach the Kylord. And we're gonna see if you can make your death save throws.
Okay, okay.
They rush in to engage this warrior.
Alright, so I have to roll 3, well, potentially 3.
This is it.
I gotta get my saves, huh?
If you die here, it's new character.
Oh no! Oh no!
All right.
My poor level 2 ranger, guys. Fingers crossed. Well, my first roll's a failure.
Is it a critical failure?
No, it was a 2.
Oh, oof, lucky, because that counts as 2 failures if it's a 1.
Oh god. Second roll is a 19.
Okay.
Okay, and then I get another 19.
Okay.
I swear, this die is janked. I shouldn't be rolling this for this. That's another failure. So I'm at 2 failures, 2 successes,
oh, man.
guys.
Okay, you got to get a 10 or higher.
Oh, fingers crossed, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Yes! Oh my god, I got an 11!
Ooh, all right. All right.
Skin of teeth.
I was on the edge of my seat there.
Skin of teeth.
That was a really tough one.
Holy shit.
Okay. You awaken with your head spinning. And you're in a bunk. And let me see where we're at.
All right, we'll go back to the lullaby music.
You're in a bunk, and you raise up and just feel pain shoot through your body. And there's a sailor asleep in a chair in your small room that you're in. It's kind of a very, very small cabin, just enough space for the bunk and this chair and this guy, and then the door leading out. And the guy is asleep, snoring loudly.
I'm real dizzy, huh?
Yeah, you have the skill medicine.
No.
Why don't you go ahead and roll it anyway, and we'll see if you recognize kind of what's going on.
Okay. I mean, I have a +2 to it, but it's not anything. I'm not proficient or anything. I have no friggin' idea. That's a 4.
Yeah, you just hurt everywhere.
Everything sucks.
What has okay, so what are you doing?
Is the guy within like tapping range? Because I'm not gonna want to move too much.
He's not within tapping range. You'd actually have to kind of get out of the bunk to reach him. Otherwise you'll have to call to him.
I'll try and not make my head spin. So I'm just gonna call out, hello?
Yeah, and your head spins anyways.
Oh, okay. Dizzy.
But the guy doesn't wake up at first, but after you call out hello a little bit louder, he kind of and he stares at you, and then he jumps up out of the chair and stumbles out of the room. And presently, Captain Kelman shows up with the guy in tow, and he says, "Lone Wolf, you live." Shows up
thank the gods.
The guy in tow. And he starts saying a quick prayer to the sea gods and the Kai and a number of different gods. And then when he's run through that, he says, "We thought that our mission had failed on our second day to sea."
It could have gone better.
He says, we are at fault. We let you wade into combat on your own, rather than protect you as we should have."
She'll shake her head and say that it was a surprise attack. We were all caught off guard.
He says it is good that you have the practice of wearing your armor under your cloak, and he shows you how he pulls out like the armor, and it's totally been cut through.
No, my armor.
Yeah, so your armor's gone. You have no more armor. So remove that. But he does say, it saved your life. Had you not been wearing it, you would have been cut in half.
Sad. So what's my AC now? Without the 14 plus dex?
It's 10 plus dex.
It's 10 plus dex? Okay, it's still okay. It's pretty bad, though.
As it is, you have taken a lingering injury.
Oh, no.
Make a die 20.
Okay. Do I want to roll high or low?
They're all different.
Oh, shit. 6.
A 6. You have gained one of your organs has been damaged, bruised. So for a little bit here, whenever you attempt an action in combat, you have to make a con saving throw. And if you fail this save, you lose your action and can't use reactions. You basically get stunned as a sharp pain rushes through you.
Oh, dang, that sucks.
Yeah, that's a brutal one. But unless you can tend to it and make some rolls and heal it over the next few days.
Right.
So Kelman says we are proud and thankful to have you with us. You managed to slay many of the enemy before you yourself were taken down.
I'll ask how the men are and were the sails saved.
The men, we lost many, though the fact that you were alive boosted our
What is
spirits.
happening? We're in a rock concert right now.
Also, we picked up some hitchhikers, and they happen to be musicians.
All right, let's try it. Everyone.
Goddamn bards.
There we go. Okay. They were rocking out. Good lord, no wonder I had a headache.
He says I fear that we've repaired the sails, but we lost time. We are now running behind by 3 or 5 days.
Yeah, that's no good.
He says the good news is we've passed the islands and we're now in the open waters. There's been no ships spotted, nothing seen, so we should have some days of rest, which I heavily advise you do.
Yeah. Considering her head spins every time she does anything, she's going to agree.
Yeah, that's your lingering injury there. You probably have a concussion. Okay, do you have anything else to say?
Is there anything I can do to help while I am chilling out here and recovering? Is there mending I can do?
He puts a massive hand on the bed and says, rest. That is what you can do. We've just gained you back. We will not lose you to tying knots and a freak accident. No,
Right.
You stay here and rest.
Make sure somebody cleans up the fish.
All right. 3 days are going to pass.
Okay.
Because you have the Kai discipline of healing, you actually will have a chance to fix your lingering
Okay.
wound. Go ahead and make a heal roll. And this is just actually as if you were healing, so you're die 8.
So it's okay.
And what's your bonus on that again?
It's my wisdom. It's
which is
a +2.
a +2. If you are able to roll 6 or higher, you will heal your ailment.
Like the die has to be 6 or higher?
No, total.
Just total? Okay.
Yeah. Let's say 5 or higher. Let's say
I
5.
rolled a 7. I'm good.
Oh, okay, you're good. So you manage over the course of these 3 days to heal all of your hit points.
Okay.
And you also recover from your concussion.
Okay, good.
So you don't have that penalty. Though if you get struck in the head again, it's kind of a lingering ailment.
Right. It might come back later. Okay.
You finally feel on the afternoon of the 4th day well enough to actually travel up on deck. And you find another sailor who was injured in the attack. He actually lost a hand. But you're impressed because despite that, he's still continuing to work and help as best he can. And you're talking with him when make a perception.
No. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, nat 20.
You smell smoke. And you turn and see that from the hold where all the food and water is kept, there is a smoke working its way up through the boards.
She's probably gonna minorly panic that there might be like a fire happening down there.
All right.
And nudge the guy next to her and be like, fire?
You say fire, and he says, "No, I don't need any. I don't smoke."
No, fire in the hold.
Fire in the hold, and panic strikes. The The call of fire goes out across the ship, and the ship is thrown into a frenzy of activity as sailors grab buckets and blankets with which to fight this fire. Flames are roaring through the hatch cover by the time they pull it open. And it takes over an hour to contain the blaze. The damage to the ship is pretty great. The store of food and fresh water is destroyed.
It's a good thing I can hunt, so maybe I can help fish or something.
Yeah. And the midsection of the ship is badly weakened. Did you help fight the fire?
Yeah.
Let's see if you were able to mitigate some of this danger. Go ahead and give me a... that's an interesting skill. Let's say... What do you think? What do you think we should use for this?
A D100, maybe?
No, I want it to be based on your skills. Let's
on
see
my
what you
skills?
got. Yeah.
I've got...
Let's say survival.
I've got survival, yeah.
Yeah, make a survival check.
Okay. $19 total.
Okay, so you actually managed to keep the ship. Your work, you focus your efforts on, a lot of people are trying to save the food and water, but you realize that it's the ship that's going to get you to your destination, and that's the most important thing. And you managed to do enough to actually keep the ship from falling apart in this fire.
Yay.
You basically saved the ship. The ship is damaged, but not badly. The big loss is the food and the water.
Mm-hmm. Water's gonna be the worst, but...
The captain comes out of the smoking hold and approaches you, his face black with soot. He's carrying something in a bundle under his arm, and he leans in close and says, "We must talk in private, my lord."
Okay, I'll nod and follow him in, because clearly somebody left something behind to mess with us.
Yeah.
That seemed like a booby trap that was designed to go off at some point during our journey anyway.
And hold this picture up.
He looks a little singed.
All right. After taking care to close the door to his cabin, the captain opens the mysterious bundle and tips the contents onto his cabin table. A large charred earthenware jug and several blackened rags drop in a heap in front of you. They give off a strange, oily smell. Make a investigation check.
Investigation. Uh-oh. That's an 11.
Okay, so you're not sure what to make of this. And kind of seeing your confusion, the captain says, "This is no accidental fire. This was an act of sabotage, Lone Wolf. The forward hold is a food store, yet I find oil jug and soaked rags upon the floor. Someone on this ship is prepared to risk his life to stop us from reaching Duriner."
As horrible as this news is, based on my prior experience, this is not a surprise.
But this also means that the traitor must be aboard this very ship.
How do you suggest we go about finding out who it is?
What would you do?
We could try setting up a trap for them.
And while, as you say this, there's suddenly a cry from up on deck. "Ship ahoy! Ship off the port bow!" And the captain just hangs his head and says, "Ka kris kaka," saying something in his native tongue. And then he grabs a sword and a telescope and says, It's always one thing after another. What now?" And he disappears through his door and up the ladder to the decks above.
Okay.
You left alone here in the captain's quarters. You can either you can just follow after him, or you can look around if you want.
It's unlikely that the captain would sabotage his own ship. They're very attached to their ships. I'm less inclined to like nose around in his stuff. Yeah, let's I guess I'll shut the door solidly behind me as I leave.
Okay. So you leave and you get upstairs and to the deck of the ship, and the captain is there already pointing towards a longboat moving swiftly towards another larger ship on the horizon.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "It seems we will not have time to spring a trap. Our bird has flown." And he looks up at the through the telescope at the ship on the horizon and says, "She flies no flag. Her hull is of a strange shape. I've never before seen the like. Would you care to take a look?"
Sure. Maybe, I don't know, some obscure Kai lore is... I don't know what it is. I don't know. What am I rolling?
This is perception.
Oh god, perception, come on! I even have a bonus to this shit, come on! Roll.
Your wisdom is, right?
Okay, 18.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, you actually managed to spot like there are slow, sluggish shapes. Not that they look like slugs, but they're moving sluggishly along the deck of this weird ship that you're looking at.
You know, now that you said that, I'm imagining slugs on the deck. Thank you.
Yeah, there we go. There's also a giant slug. It's Jabba's pleasure barge, and and those rock star bards are there playing
Quick, save the
music.
princess!
No, you're looking at this ship, and there's like weird figures moving around. You can't quite make out what they are. They're humanoid vaguely, but even as you're watching this, you see the longboat reach the ship, and a man clamber out of it and up, and then erupting kind of from the ocean around the ship is a fog, and it just comes up and engulfs the vessel. And when the fog lifts, the ship is gone.
The crap? Okay, that's not normal.
Yeah, no, it's not. And it's freaking out the crew. You already are hearing mutters of people saying like "Ghost Ship" and "Death Hulk" and "This journey is cursed" and "The Kai Lord is cursed," and you get some unfriendly looks.
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing anything, or you just staying silent?
I have 0 charm. It's not like I'm going to be able to like convince them otherwise, I don't think, unless I roll really goddamn well.
In that case, the captain, seeing your hesitance to say anything, he's also hearing these words. And he's going to try to make an attempt to sway his crew. Let's see if he makes a good... Oh, he really does. He rolls almost a 20. And he steps out, steps in front of you and raises his hands, and the muttering instantly stops. And his voice booms out an order for all hands on deck. Only the creaking of the timbers can be heard as Captain Kelman climbs then to the rear deck to address his crew. "Men, we are 3 days' sail from Port Bax. The fire has robbed us of our provisions, and our fresh water has been foul, but our spirits will remain high. We shall steer a new course for Ragadorn. There we shall make good our repairs and replenish our stores. We have a mission here, a mission to bring hope back to Summerland. We shall not fail in that mission. We were chosen because we are strong, and we can surpass any difficulty. Go about your business, keep your spirits high, and we shall not fail. That is all." And actually, the crew seemed pleased by this. And you notice them setting about their duties with renewed vigor. A couple that you heard whispering about you even come by and clap you on the back as if to make apologies for what they had said. And the ship life quickly returns to normal. So you guys have avoided a disaster there.
Woohoo! Mutiny! Yay!
The captain turns to you as he comes down from the rear decks. We're about 8 hours from Ragadorn, my lord. Let me show you on my map.
Yay, maps.
You follow him back to his cabin. I'm going to throw the map back up here.
Okay.
All right. Ragadorn is here.
One second. Oh, okay. So about halfway?
Yeah, it's about halfway. He tells you it's a little bit about it. It lies on the edge of the wildlands, which are, as they sound, wild, untamed lands. Mostly barren fields, plains, things like that. Kind of cracked, barren earth. Though there's also stretches of plainsland. And they're known for, bandits, monsters. It's just a stretch of uninhabitable, inhospitable land. And there's really only one road that goes down through it to the southern countries. Ragadorn itself is kind of a seedy port town. And the captain says, we're only about 8 hours from Ragadorn. My orders are to see you safely to Port Bax and pass you into the care of the Summer Lending Consulate, Lord Lieutenant Rygar, which I'll write down for you.
Okay.
Time, Lord Wolf, is not our ally. I fear the repairs on this ship may take a week or more to complete. When we drop anchor, I'll help you find your own way to Durner. I think the best option is to take the coast road. We can get we can get you on board a coach. I'll send some of my best men with you, and they will take you along the sea trail to past Gorn Cove and up to Port Bax. I think that is the fastest way.
She's gonna agree because sitting, while we wait for the ship to be repaired for a week is not going to help our timeline at all. We need to push.
Yeah, absolutely. And the king's words haunt your thoughts as
right.
you
I'm
say
ticking
this.
down oh god, they're gonna be overrun and okay.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So the later that afternoon, you're invited by both the crew and by Captain Kelman to take your evening meal with them.
Okay.
Which one do you want to join?
Oh, I have to pick, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we know one of the crew members is sabotaging the ship.
No, you think he fled.
He might have fled?
Well, that's
on the longboat over the thing.
longboat.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what the captain said.
Yeah, let's if I'm gonna be spending time with the crew anyway, if they're gonna be coming with me, I'll try and spend some time with them so that I can get to know who I'm gonna be on this road with.
It doesn't turn out to be a good evening in terms of food and space. The crew's quarters are cramped and stifling. The food is very poor because
our stores are gone. Yeah.
So you're actually gonna lose some hit points here.
Okay.
Just from kind of unsatisfied stomach. You lose only 2 hit points,
okay.
But you do. The men, however, they're honored by you accepted their invitation, and you're treated as an honored guest. Someone strikes up some music. He has like a C, they call it a C guitar. It's probably most equivalent in our world to maybe a bando. Mm-hmm. It's got that kind of strummy sound, that very high pitch sound. So but he knows how to play it, and someone pulls out a fiddle, and there's actually like some music going, and you know your spirits are raised even if your stomach is not. After supper, the men invite you to play portholes with them, which is a gambling game involving dice and bluffing.
Considering my deception and persuasion skills are freaking terrible, I don't think she should take this opportunity. She's probably gonna just like hang out and watch, but like she can't afford to lose her money. I have to replace my like armor.
So yeah, one of the guys, I usually have my box. I'm gonna go grab my gaming box real quick and another drink. So I'll be back in 20 seconds.
Oh, good idea. I'm out of water.
Crew, are you back, Morganite?
I am back. Don, yes, this is a solo adventure. This is,
oh yeah. Read out some questions if there's any.
Yeah, Don showed up a few minutes ago. This is, from the book series of the Lone Wolf Adventures. So it's basically a choose-your-own-adventure solo campaign, based in D&D kind of lore-ish stats and stuff. So we're using bits of D&D 5 here and there, and the actual rules from the game itself. So
it was a series that started in 1984, and it's actually not ended yet. There's still, I think, 3 books remaining to be published. So you're talking a series that's gone on for over 30 years. It started with as many fantasy novels and books. It was a choose-your-own-adventure that was influenced by a D&D campaign run by a British man named Joe Dever. And I've heard it pronounced both ways, actually. And he kind of turned into his own world and with his own rules and things. But we're bringing back the D&D rules for it, and we're running through the books that there's links that we'll post where you can actually read them all yourselves.
If you want to follow along the whole thing, we're basically reposting these videos on my YouTube channel as I go. Episode 1's up right now. Episode 2 and this episode will go up this week. So
awesome. And any other questions that's come up?
No questions. People are just kind of listening.
Cool. Is Ofex with us today?
Not today. It doesn't appear to be.
Ah, too bad. Well, maybe he knew I was going to show the scary picture.
Could be. Chased him away.
He avoided us. Okay. Well, if there's nothing else, then I think we'll get back to the game.
Mosey.
So, they pull out a box that contains in it these pieces. And they do a complicated game of rolling dice in the box and flipping down these tiles to count scores. And there's ways for other players to flip up the tiles, and you're kind of trying to follow it, but there seems to be a lot of house rules. And,
right. Ongoing, no, what are you talking about? You can't do that.
and it's entertaining for a while, but eventually you find yourself growing tired.
As one does after a long day of shenanigans.
And fighting fires.
And, not eating well. Okay. Then she's going to thank everybody for the wonderful evening and head off to bed, I guess.
Okay, so you head off to your bed, and you wake violently as you are thrown out of your bunk by the motion of the ship, which is being thrown about like a child's toy in a fierce storm.
Oh, God. Okay. Why was this whole trip terrible? I'm not allowed to be on boats anymore, Zip. Every time I go on a boat.
And you were on a boat for months as Karina, and I guess, a lot of bad shit happened. So
yeah.
The floor of your cabin is awash, and you can hear the shouts of the crew, though they are drowned out above the howling wind. So you quickly dress and gather up your equipment. and you make your way up to the deck because there's nothing else to do in here. As soon as you come up, Captain Kelman, you first of all, darkness. You can sense that it's dawn, but it's black clouds everywhere, lightning striking, thunder, and a howling wind. And the captain is there, like his red face looks almost like fire with his beard being blown in all directions by the wind. And he sees you and grabs your arm and is screaming at you above the wind to just return to your cabin.
Oh, they don't want me to get thrown overboard, huh?
No.
I guess, because I don't, I'm not a natural at, the difficult terrain isn't going to bother me, clearly. Like, apparently I trained for this, but, like, I might get thrown overboard, yeah.
Yeah, no, you won't have advantage on not being thrown overboard.
Yeah.
As you turn to go, there is a thunderous crack as high in the rigging, part of the mast snaps off. And you look up, and the shattered pole is falling towards you.
And I'm right next to the captain, aren't I?
Yes.
Can I try and shove him out of the way of the falling thing? Because I don't want either of us to get squished.
You can. I will tell you this. This is going to be a dex save.
Mm-hmm.
If the mast hits you, it could instant kill you.
Okay.
You recognize that.
Yeah, it's a mast.
This is our thing. If you take the time to shove the captain out of the way, you will save his life, but you will get disadvantage on your dex save.
Oh god, okay. I can't, the captain's like such a good ally though. Alright, I'm gonna try and save him. Let's hope the die are with me today. Woo!
Okay.
Well, I can't drop it on the floor, that's not gonna help me. Okay.
Alright, let's see what happens.
What's my dex?
You have to make a 14 to dodge this.
Total?
Yes. It's a save.
Uh-huh.
You might have save, which would give you proficiency.
I do. I have a dex save. It's +5.
Okay. What'd you roll?
I'm at disadvantage?
Yep.
So it's a 13.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, the good news is you just you still get hit.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a bad failure.
It wasn't a critical hit?
No. So
Okay.
you're gonna take some damage, but you're not probably gonna die. Let's see what happens. It depends on what I roll for. All right. What's your life?
14 at the moment.
Well, you take 10 damage.
Woo!
The mast smashes into the deck. Now, you did fail the roll, so something else is going to happen here too, though. A splintered beam, strikes you in the head, unfortunately.
Oh my god.
And the rigging starts whipping around, and you are shoved forcibly off the ship.
Oh god.
And you hit the water, and you actually, you fall into this is not like a death saving throw, but you fall into a brief unconsciousness.
Oh god, okay.
And by the time you awake, you feel dizzy and sick. And as the heaving sea is like buffeting you back and forth relentlessly, and you basically kind of slip in and out of consciousness until finally time seems to come back to itself, and you are aware that the storm has passed. The ship is nowhere to be seen. By the position of the sun, you judge it to maybe be late afternoon.
Okay.
In the distance, you can see just on the horizon a stretch of solid color that you take to be land.
We were pretty close before the storm hit, so...
Yeah. Yeah. And give me a perception roll. By the way, you're hanging on to a piece of the mast. This is kind of a Leonardo DiCaprio thing, but
You're right.
the sea is warmer.
The sea is warmer, thank goodness. 13.
Yeah. The mast whispers, "I'll never let you go.
I'll never let you go, Lone Wolf."
I'll never let you go, Lone Wolf. How much did you roll?
13.
You see halfway, kind of between you and what you think is land, a small fishing boat, and I mean small, like rowboat size.
Right. She'll try to hail them, and if they can't hear her, can I cure also now that I'm like coherent?
Can you cure in your current situation? Yeah. You have. Let's see first if you manage to hail this boat, because you're going to spend your time trying to catch them first.
Right.
And then we'll go from there. You're gonna wave your hands. What are you gonna do?
I'll try hollering at him. I mean.
Okay, so you start calling out. I'm gonna see if they hear you.
Okay.
Let's actually have you see if they hear you. Make a this is a percentile roll. Let's do a D100.
Okay. That's a 66.
66. You are in luck, for they seem to have heard you. So they start heading. You see the boat turn and start heading towards you. It has. I'm going to show you a picture of the boat so you get a sense of what I'm talking about here. Let's see here. While I'm doing this, you have time now to heal.
Okay. Yeah, then I'm gonna use one of my daily curie things.
Daily curie things.
Daily curie things.
Now you've got a lot of that curie stuff now.
That was pretty good. That was a 9 to heal. So I'm at 13 now.
That's almost full life. Good for you. Yeah, I don't see my picture of the boat. That's okay. So instead, they just they reach you by this point, and they say it's basically like a group of four fishermen, and they pull you up on the boat. And you seem to have been fortunate. You've actually, your equipment is still attached to you.
Yay!
Let's see if anything was ruined by the water. How many backpack items do you have?
I think I have 7.
7?
Well, the cloak is going to be soaking wet. I had 2 meals in there, so those are probably done.
It depends. You have 7 items, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you've got your warhammer, and your daggers, and your short sword. So
and the longbow, but I think the longbow might be lost.
Yeah, the longbow and your quiver is gone.
Okay.
That's gone. Your other weapons are fine. And give me 2 die. Label your items 1 through 7. And roll, and then roll 2 die 8s. And if you roll an 8, nothing. It's like a blank. You're lucky. But whatever slots you roll, those are gone.
2 die 8? Okay.
2 die 8.
Okay.
Got a friend again.
Let's see. I lost my food.
Fair enough. That makes sense.
That makes the most sense. And I lost my potion of Womspur, unfortunately.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Curing potions are hard to come. Okay, so those are the items that are lost. Everything else you seem to have, and the fishermen, they look pretty. They're like a rough looking.
I still have my absinthe wine.
Yep, you still got your wine.
Great. I'm glad that's saved.
It could have been your message in a bottle.
Jeez.
So you've got they pull you up, and they're rough looking bunch, like sailor guys.
Right.
You know? And they wrap you up in a warm blanket, and they offer you some food, seeing that yours is destroyed. They actually have some wine of their own and some fish, and they prepare a little meal for you, and their leader suggests that you eat and take some rest. They're still going to be out here fishing. They say, where are you from? Tell us your story. Like, what happened here?
I'll state that I was. Have they seen any wreckage or the ship? Because I was on this. What was it? The Green
Scepter.
The Green Scepter. That and we were headed towards Port Bax.
And Ragadorn now.
And yeah, right.
Yeah.
But we suffered calamities along the way and needed to dock in Ragadorn. And have you seen sign of the ship? There was a storm.
The captain shakes his head and says, "No wreckage, though. Never knowing what might wash up on shore in a few days. We ain't come across any others like you. That's for sure." And then one of the other men speaks up and he's like, "Hey, so was that a merchant ship then? What were you doing out on his waters? You're a merchant?"
Oh God, I have no bluffing ability. Oh God, yeah, because now like she's like really leery of trusting people because she's had spies and shit going on. But they're not under attack this far yet, are they?
No, and it's hard to know how much, people know out this way.
It's not necessarily a good idea to keep everybody in the dark.
Well, there's no Facebook in Magnamund, so it's not like, King Olnar is tweeting, under attack, sad face.
Overrun, sad face. Walls cannot hold much longer. Tears.
Yeah. There's no Make Summerlin Great Again accounts.
Oh gosh.
So
yeah. Then you have not heard the news yet. We were headed to inform. Holmesgard is under attack. We are besieged by Giax and the Horde across the mountains.
Oh wow, that's quite the news. But what does that have to do with you? Are you fleeing? Are you a refugee?
No, we're not fleeing. We're spreading the word and trying to gather reinforcements.
Oh, wow, that's unexpected. Well, I think what will be best is we'll get you back to Ragadorn. We're only about 2 hours out. We've got to finish our fishing while the high tide's up. But if you'll give us a chance to finish this, we'll get you back and we can spread the word through all the inn-houses in Ragadorn.
Right. She's gonna see if she can help them fish. She's got hunting abilities. She can do this.
He kind of waves off your help. He says, "Listen," he says, "you've just been half drowned, lass. Why don't you have some?"
But she's 16 and she doesn't want to feel useless.
He says, "You ain't useless." He says, "You've given us grave news. That in itself is a blessing that we ran into you. Have some food, have some wine, and you rest. When we get back to town, there'll be plenty for you to do."
Alright, then she's gonna try and recuperate a little bit more then.
Okay.
Don says that under attack sad face is the best line ever.
So you eat some food and you drink some of the wine, and presently it's just like the full weight of what has happened, and the exhaustion. You've been floating in the sea for who knows how long. Comes over you and you fall asleep.
Do I roll a d20 to find out if I snore?
You don't snore. It's a very deep sleep. Too deep, really. And when you awake, you're in the water again.
God damn it!
And you're shocked to find yourself lying beneath a wooden jetty, and the shallow water surrounding you fills your nostrils with a foul stench. You stand, and your head is throbbing violently
Again? Oh my god!
Yes.
I'm having the worst trip ever.
Give me, because you have the discipline of curing, give me a medicine check.
Okay.
And actually, I'm going to give you, you probably should have, do you not have proficiency in medicine?
No.
You should have proficiency in medicine.
I should?
Yeah, it's your Kai discipline of healing would give you this.
Did I heck up? I might have hecked up.
Or I never said it. It's possible, I forgot. But go ahead and give yourself that.
Okay, so then that would bump me from a +2 to a +4 for that. Okay.
Perfect.
Medicine check. It's 14 now. Oh, 15.
15. Yeah, you don't know what happened, except that you definitely sense that you were poisoned.
God damn it! I'm never drinking anything again.
And your head is throbbing violently in the afterthroes of this, basically like the worst hangover ever. And you actually turn and puke into the water. And it you feel a little better, but your head is still spinning. And you're gonna have to spend one of your healing, your uses of healing if you want to get rid of this effect.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So what do you have? 2 left for today?
Yep.
Okay. Worse though, you suddenly discover that everything you had has been stolen, except for your base clothes.
Everything?
The seal of Hammerdal is gone.
No! Shit! Okay. That's very bad. And I lost Susan. God damn it.
Yeah, everything's gone.
Oh, I need to go, murder... it's gonna happen.
Your backpack's gone, too. Your gold, everything.
Wow.
You climb out of the slimy water and pull yourself onto the jetty, and you look up to see a faded sign, "Welcome to Ragondor."
I made it to Ragondor, yay!
And I'm gonna take a 2-minute break there to refresh myself. So I will leave you to talk to the forum for a little bit, the chat.
Alrighty.
I'll be right back.
This is some very odd music. I wish you could hear it. I'm not sure that I like it at all. It's very bizarre.
This is one of the really fun things for me because I don't hear the music while we play, and so when I go back, not only am I reading the chat for the first time, which is always fun, but I also hear the music for the first time. So the first video is hilarious for me because I didn't realize how much techno was playing.
And the thing is, a lot of this is background music that I listen to when I do work, because I can't have lyrics going on when I'm doing, editing or things like that. So I have a tendency to just, tune it out because it's familiar. So I'm aware that it's playing, but I'm not actually paying attention to it. So yeah, there was some dance, techno club music going on, and I'm like, this is a really weird place for that to be playing. but yeah, since I'm just, uploading the Twitch stream, I don't bother to I can't really go in there and rip the music out because it's all on one audio file, so it ends up being interesting. Hey Snow, how you doing, guys? So yeah.
I think we're on our last hour for today.
Yes.
So
and
we will keep moving. You have reached Ragondor.
I have.
And you fear the rumors about this place are true. That it is a what is this? The famous line, "A vile nest of scum and villainy," or something like that.
Villainy, yeah.
Anyways, it is nearly dark and it is starting to rain. You have to find the seal of Hammerdall.
Yep. I
Because you're
also
gonna
have to
persuade-
get Susan back, goddammit, and does it look like the ship is here? I'm just gonna quickly look at the port area and see if the ship made it.
You can run. You can go back. Yeah, you'd have to go down to the docks, and check it out.
Well, because the best places, like, these guys are clearly, like, they're fishermen and they were opportunists. They probably think I'm dead. If they threw me overboard and drugged me to steal my shit, they probably think that I died. So they might be out bragging about shit in the taverns. And yeah, if I could find some backup to help me, like, go crack some heads, then, like, that would be awesome. But I'm also concerned about, like, did I lose my allies completely? Am I on my own again?
Right. Go ahead and make a perception roll.
Okay. Perception roll. Hey, guess who actually rolled good for once? I rolled 19.
Nice.
So
okay.
it's 23 total?
Yeah, you do not see. I mean, you are sure that the green scepter has not landed in port.
Okay, so it's either... I mean, the mast came down, so they could be just, like, floundering somewhere.
Right. You do see something else, though.
Okay.
There are many ships of all sizes and nationalities moored on this side of the harbor. The River Dorne, which divides the city of Rhagadorn.
Sorry, Mama just came back and he's like, wait a minute, you lost Susan? I go away for 5 minutes. Sorry, Mama.
So if you look down at the city on the map,
Uh-huh.
it's maybe a little blurry, but you can see there's a river, the River
Yeah.
Dorne, that actually cuts down and goes south.
Kind
through
of
the
like
wildlands.
halfway between, like through it? Yeah.
Yeah. And that river cuts through the town, and it's always busy because this is as I was saying, like the path to the south. So one thing you notice though is you spot the thieves' fishing boat.
Oh, okay.
There is nobody aboard, but you rolled high enough that when you open up, you go on board and you like look down under. There's like one of those small holds.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a cabin, and in it you find a mace,
Okay.
which is a D6 bludgeoning weapon.
Okay.
No special properties. Has to be used with strength.
Okay.
And you find 3 gold crowns hidden inside a folded hammock. Even better, the hammock has a label that reads North Star Tavern.
Nice. Guess I know where I'm headed.
Okay, so leaving the jetty, you see there's 3 streets that come off of this. They're basically right past the jetty. There is, I don't know what music is playing right now. Do we have any like?
It's kind of upbeat,
Upbeat,
but it's not like happy. It's kind of like adventure, like generic fantasy.
That works. That works.
Yeah.
See, if you have any seedy town music, we're gonna be here for a while.
Okay.
I don't know what that would be. Like Zozo from FF6 is what jumps to my mind, but that's a esoteric reference there. Right off of the jetty is a stone post square, and from here there's a path going east that says Barnacle Street, a path going south that says East Bank Wharf, and a path going north that says Booty Walk.
Well, it was North Star Tavern, so maybe it's in the north?
Could try.
Or it's about the North Star. Do they have is the North Star a thing in this world?
There is
For navigation?
There is, yes. It is considered a thing.
Okay.
It's not as big a navigating star as it is in our world because there's multiple bright stars.
Right.
In Magnamund. So, but the North Star is one they use to navigate by.
Okay, then maybe it's referring to that too. Hang on, what were the streets again?
Barnacle, East Bank Wharf, and Booty Walk. Walk that booty. You've got. You also have your.
Oh
your
yeah, I have
ability-
Sixth Sense.
Yeah. Well, you have augury. Man, augury.
You know what? I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look at the.
I know. We gotta know.
How do you actually pronounce?
Do you have one of those things where it says it?
I will find out if Google has one. Hang on. Let me mute the music so we can hear.
Augury.
Augury.
Augury. That's actually fun to say. I like that. Augury. Like, kind of rolls around in the mouth before being spit out. But yeah, there we go.
Now we know.
Augury. Okay, so augury. So you have augury, the spell. Do you want to try it?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
So you get to kind of get to point at one of these places and be like, is this where North Star Tavern
Is this?
is?
I'm
Where you
looking
can-
for the men that waylaid me at North Star Tavern because I am tired of being taken advantage of. I'm gonna murder. It's gonna happen.
All right. Where are you pointing?
I guess I'll point to. Which way looks like it's? I mean, are they just like streets, or can I see like sort of the type of buildings, or like where they run?
Let me take a look and see. No, they're all lead to ramshackle buildings.
Okay. The whole town is seedy. Awesome. Glorious.
Yeah, and each one smells like garbage.
I'll pick the middle way. Let's go for it.
East Bank Wharf.
Yeah, let's look down there.
You know this, and you're asking if the tavern is this way.
The tavern or the men that assaulted me.
Yeah, you get a clear sense of no.
No. Okay.
You can try another one.
Yeah.
There's a percent of failure here.
But it's less than.
It's 25%.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and roll for that. Let's see what we get. Okay. Which one are you pointing at?
What is it? The booty way?
Booty walk?
Booty walk?
Yeah, you point at the booty walk, and you get the sense that no, this isn't the way either.
All right, I guess I'm going the other way because there's a 75% chance it's right. Let's go the other way.
All right. You go about 60 yards down this street, and from your left, you suddenly hear the sound of merriment drifting out of a large ramshackle building as the door opens, and a man stumbles out, clearly inebriated. You can either continue or you can check this out.
Yeah, let's investigate because yeah.
Okay, so as you draw close, give me a quick perception roll.
Uh, 15.
This is what you see. It's kind of hard to see in the dark, and it's kind of planted above the door.
Oh, well, found it.
There it is. You going in?
Yes, I will go in.
The tavern is full of brigands and drunks. Good-for-nothing crews of trading ships moored at the jetty, all singing and drinking while some try their strength at arm wrestling. All are so engrossed that nobody notices you enter. You don't see yet the gentleman who robbed you.
Man, I need tracking like something fierce.
You do sense that it might be. You might want to wait for a minute and see if they show up.
Right. Grab a drink, stealth in the corner.
There's a couple ways to pass the time here. You could grab a drink, There is an arm wrestling competition going on, and there's people betting on it and crowding around yelling.
That might be entertaining, considering that like I don't look like I could do well. I'm a scrawny young girl.
Are you gonna try that?
Why the heck not?
Okay. This I think I do have a picture of. I like this one. Let me get this up. Boop. One of my favorites.
Okay.
All right. A grim-looking sailor is challenging drunkenly all comers to an arm wrestling contest. I've got the big arms, big wages, and big hurting for anybody who tries me, but we got it. He's so confident of winning that he will pay 5 crowns to anyone who beats him.
Sounds awesome.
As you approach his table, a serving girl bumps into you and leans in to whisper in your ear. She's like, if you're thinking of going over there, be careful. He doesn't like women. He's known to break them, and he murders anyone who would dare be able to beat him. Then she walks off.
She walks off. Yeah. I'm kind of thinking like, at this point, like, bring it. Like, I'm ready to smash some heads in.
All right. So you take a seat, and there's like a ooh, and people are laughing.
Right.
This guy like puts his finger in your face, just like the picture. He's like, ah, and he says, he's like, ah. Little girl coming to sit down. Get out of here. I don't play with little girls.
If you're so confident you're going to win, what are you afraid of?
Roll a this will be like a charisma check, but you get advantage on this.
Oh. Okay. Um, 16.
Fine, then put her here. And he slams his hand on the table, and he's like ready to do it.
All right.
All right. You guys are engaging in arm wrestling here. Do you have anything special you want to try? Anything clever, or are you just going straight strength?
Oh, I have a potion of strength still.
You do. Do you want to drink that before you come over here?
Yeah, let's say I did that.
Okay. So after the girl kind of whispers in your ear, you discreetly drink this potion. For the next hour, your strength is, what did I say, 25?
I don't remember. You just told me potion of strength. You didn't give me stats for it.
I want to say it was 23 or 25. Let me see this. Oh, you know what, though? You don't have a potion.
Oh, shit, I don't anymore. No, they stole it. Damn it.
They stole it.
Never mind.
That was funny, though.
That would have been fun. Okay, never mind. No, then I have nothing to do other than just kind of pray that I actually managed to beat this drunk guy.
Give me a insight check.
20?
You do get a little idea comes into your head. It's not something you have to do, but you wonder if you could mind blast him.
While I'm wrestling?
You don't have to.
That's not going to be fair. Would that be declared that I was cheating?
You don't know.
Or are they all too drunk? Okay.
Yeah, you don't know. This could get you
good to know I could potentially do that in the middle of this.
All right, you're just going to try a straight roll?
I'm going to try a straight roll.
All right.
The strength? Just a strength roll?
Just a strength roll, and you get to add your strength mod.
Yep.
But no proficiency to this. What'd you roll?
It's a 20 with my strength mod.
That's funny. He rolled a 6.
Yay!
So, you go ahead and grab this guy's arm, and like his face just goes red as he's trying to move you, and you kind of just sit there and
Not even breaking a sweat, just kind of like slowly.
You're not even moving it. You're just holding.
I used to arm wrestle with my brother all the time, guys. It's fine. I know how to do this.
And he's going redder and redder, and finally you just bring him down in one just slow but steady move. He never brings it back up. And there is a shocked silence. And in that silence, you grab the 5 gold crowns. And you turn to leave. When you hear the table go flying behind you.
Right.
And you turn, and this guy is coming for you, and he's got a blade in his hand. All right, we're gonna roll initiatives. You were warned by the serving girl, so
I'm not like
no.
I'm not expecting this. I am fully expecting this.
He's staggering drunk.
Okay, that's a 22 to my initiative roll there.
Yep, you got it. So go ahead and take first move.
And he's coming at me with a dagger, right?
Yeah.
So he's totally trying to kill me here.
Oh yeah.
Then I'm not gonna feel bad about trying to hit him with my mace that I picked up. Is that a strength?
Yes.
That's a strength. How does a 14 do?
14 does hit him.
Okay.
He's not really wearing much.
I figured he's a sailor. He's not doing much of a thing. Oh, that's a full damage. So 7?
7.
Yeah, 7
okay,
total.
and your mind blast.
Oh yes, let's do that. Let's roll. 10.
10 total.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Now I should ask: are you trying to kill this guy?
No.
Or... Okay, trying to knock him out.
I want to knock him out. Yeah.
Okay, so you as he comes at you, you just crack him with the mace, and then you grab a hold of his mind and you increase his drunkenness. And he starts to like stagger around. He is drunk, so his attacks are at disadvantage.
Okay.
He's slicing wildly at you, which is good because he would have critted.
Oh my god.
Instead, he misses, and he misses twice. Oh, actually, what's your AC? Because it's low now.
It's 13 now.
13? Yeah, the best he rolls is a 12.
Yay!
So he does. Actually, wait. His strength is a little bit bigger. He does hit you.
Okay.
He does hit you on that second one. For 6 damage.
God damn it. Okay.
All right. It's your turn again. And the crowd is sort of like jostling you guys back towards each other and like in a mix, and they're cheering and yelling encouragement. A serving girl is screaming. All right. You landed a pretty nice blow on him that last time.
Okay. Well, I rolled an 18 this time, so I think I hit him again.
Yeah.
And oh my god, I got the exact same die rolls with the exact same die. What the crap?
Another 10?
Yeah, the black die rolled another 6, and the blue one rolled another 3.
So as he cuts you, you sort of move your body to keep the blade in you and pull him off his feet a little and just uppercut him in the chin with this mace. And he staggers way back. And you sense that he's not doing so hot. He is going to come at you again.
Okay. Take his socks.
Fails. Because what are you, 12? What's your AC?
13.
Yeah, he gets a 12 on his first strike, but does not hit you. His second, he critically misses. And you're going to get 2 attack. You're going to get you get to punch him right now.
Okay.
as he staggers backwards, and some people just shove him forward towards
Right.
you, and
So
you see your chance.
So I can bonus attack, like punch him in the jaw.
Yeah, make this is a strength attack.
Okay.
You don't get proficiency because you're not proficient.
What would I roll for damage?
It is a.
Like what's a blunt?
Oh,
a
actually,
fist
you
or
are
something?
proficient in this. It's just 1 point of damage.
Oh, okay.
But if you roll high enough, I'll give you some bonuses.
It's just a 13. Does that still hit though?
Yeah, you just punch him.
Okay.
It doesn't do much damage, but now you get your main attack.
Okay. Main attack. That hits. Let's see if I can knock him down again. Oh my god, die! What? I think I need to retire this this black die. It's rolled three
Same-
sixes in a
Same
row.
thing. Try again.
No, the blue one rolled a 4 this time instead of a 3. So, it's 11 now.
11. Okay.
Yeah.
That's just
11
enough. Thankfully, just enough to take him down into unconsciousness.
Okay.
So after you punch him, you crack him like with the hilt of your mace on the back of his head, and he goes down.
Nice.
And this is fortunate because you didn't do any murder, so no guards are being called or anything like that. But as the crowd parts and is kind of like going back to the things, there's three men that are kind of staring and smiling and looking at the event, but their smile fades as you turn and look at them because they are the 3 fishermen that took your stuff.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
Um,
point at them.
And
Like,
as you point, the other doesn't even wait to let you finish. He just turns and kicks a chair towards you. It goes flying at you.
okay.
Make a quick dex save.
Dex save. Dex. 1 second. I want to. Okay, no, I have advantage on wisdom checks, not dex, which is weird. That's still a 19.
You leap over the chair as it flies at you and land on your feet, and they are fleeing out of a door.
Okay.
Are you following?
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you continue your chase. You managed to dodge this chair enough. You're into a small square. The back door opened out to a small square, in the center of which is a large, and this is tomb, not tome, a large tomb.
Oh, okay.
The fishermen are going in. They're splitting up to go in 3 different directions.
Okay.
But you can bend down and grab a chunk of broken cobblestone and throw it at one of them as they go.
Let's do it.
All right, which one are you picking? Let's just say.
Can I
there's,
do a quick perception thing to see if they are carrying any of my loot, obviously?
Oh yeah.
Like, if one of them's carrying Susan, I'm taking him down.
Go ahead and make a perception roll.
Perception roll. That is a 17. Yes.
17.
Yes.
None of them seem to be carrying your weapons or backpack or anything like that, but you do notice the seal of Hammerdall being worn on the finger of one of the men.
Taking him down. That's the most
All
important. We're going for him.
Make your attack roll.
Okay. It's just a basic attack roll.
Ranged attack. So this is you don't get proficiency because it's with an improvised weapon.
Okay.
But it's a dex. You do
It's a
have your
dex.
dex.
Okay. 21. Rolled an
Oh.
18.
Clunk right on the back of the head. The guy goes down. Make a damage roll. Let's see if he's unconscious or just down.
Sorry, what damage roll?
Let's do 2d6
Okay.
plus your dex.
13 with my dex.
He goes down. He's unconscious.
Excellent.
The other 2 run off. The fisherman that you hit is he's lying in a gutter with his face submerged in a puddle.
Okay. Then I'm going to check him for my stuff. And
you find. Yep, go ahead.
well, I will drag him out of the puddle so he doesn't drown, because I can potentially threaten him to give me back my shit. I can threaten him with more pain.
All right. You're also gonna get a Kai point, one of your inspiration dice.
Yay!
For not letting this man drown.
Okay.
As you pull him out of the puddle, you start to search him, and you don't have to make a perception roll. You obviously get your seal back.
Yay.
Unfortunately, there's no sign of your other equipment, except for he had one of the items on him. You remember? Do you have that list of the 7 you rolled?
Yeah.
How many are left after destroyed?
Well, 5 now.
5. Roll a d6. Just kind of label those 5 in your mind. If you roll a 6, you're unlucky. He doesn't have anything in him.
Okay.
Roll the die. Which one do you get back?
I get my potion of heroism bag.
Oh, the one you never identified?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, grab that. That's actually
Okay.
really good for you. That's a very rare potion. You otherwise the only thing you find is they've spent clearly all of your money except for 5 gold crowns.
Okay.
You do take his coin purse so that you can hold the money you have. You have
Okay.
10 crowns now, I think. No, you have
8.
a little bit more. 8. Well,
No, I
wait,
have-
you took 5.
Oh, I
you
got
won
5 from the guy. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So 13. Or no, wait. 13. Now you have
Okay.
13. And you find a dagger.
Oh, that's nice.
And actually, you recognize this dagger. This is the one that was used to stab you, that you kept from the guy, the dude, who was calling himself First Mate Ronan.
Yep.
Yeah, he left this dagger in your arm, and you pocketed it back then. And it is that dagger. You recognize it because it's a little bit unusual. It has on its hilt is designed to look like a coiling black serpent.
Okay.
So anyways, keep this, mark it a serpent dagger, but otherwise it does the same as a regular dagger.
Okay, hang on.
All right.
Okay.
You good?
Yep.
In that case, you are now standing in the middle of the street. People are kind of like not paying too much attention to the fact that you clubbed this guy and it looks like you just robbed him. But nobody seems to care too much. There's the tavern behind you. You're standing in front of this tomb. There's also 2 streets that leave here. There's a street that goes, is called Tomb Street. And it heads west. And then to the east is a street called Watchtower Street.
I want my shit back. Dang it.
Yeah, you didn't see your weapons on any 3 of them.
No, which means they might have sold it. Or
Yeah, maybe.
they squirreled it away somewhere. You said Tomb Street or what?
There's the tavern behind you, through the alley. There's the tomb in front of you. There's Tomb Street to the east, the west. And there's east is Watchtower Street.
Where do I go? Is this... Wow, hi, music. What happened to you?
Did you have a question?
I'm just kind of like, where would I... Because Because I can try and, like, wait for this guy to wake up. I could potentially go back to their boat to see if they're, like, running back to hide there or something like that. Like, I don't really know the layout. I could try and... Did I see where they ran off? Like, one of them ran down the other streets?
One went Tomb Street, one went Watchtower Street.
Yeah. It's like I might bump into one of them later. I want my shit back. Alright, let's try Tomb Street.
Okay. So you go down Tomb Street. Nope, sorry.
Oh, actually,
Go.
no. Before I do that, can I ask, like, can I duck back into the
Tavern
and see, you know, ask, does anybody know those men?
Okay, so you duck back into Tavern. There's still people milling about. There's the serving girls. there's the barkeep. Where are you going?
I'll ask the serving girls or the barkeep if they've seen those three men before, and if they know anything about them.
Okay. The serving girls seem really kind of nervous when you approach them, and they're like, we don't try to keep track of the customers here. And then they kind of realize that they're talking to like a young girl, and they gain some of their nerve back, and are like, listen, either drink or leave. We don't pay for trouble here, and this isn't the kind of place for young girls.
These men robbed me of everything I own. I am determined to get it back.
And as you're talking to them, one of the older serving girls comes over, and she grabs you by the ear, and she hisses in your ear. She's like, listen, no whores allowed here. Go down to the docks. That's where you'll find your people.
Then I'm going to immediately punch her in the face, because fuck that.
Okay.
How dare you make assumptions?
You punch her, and a heavily tattooed mountain of a man steps out from behind the bar, and you sense there's about to be huge trouble.
Yeah, no, I'll leave, but how dare you?
All right, so yeah, you punch this girl in the face, and you bail.
Yep. Because I don't want to kill anybody. None of them are nice people, though.
All right.
All right, then we'll head back down Tomb Street, see if I can, I don't know, find anybody or whatever.
All right. Pull this up. Sorry, I gotta get back to where I was. Okay, there we go. So this street follows the harbor wall towards the River Dorne, and you walk along it for a while until it turns south into a familiar named road, a Booty Walk. And there's tons of warehouses and stuff lining this waterfront. You seem to have entered into kind of, I think, industrial part of town, if such a thing existed. And there is a familiar stone signpost in the center of the square ahead. You've pretty much come full circle. You can either keep going south, or you can, you've already been down Barnacle Street. There's also East Walk Wharf.
Right.
I think it's East Walk. Anyway.
Are there any, like, obvious pawn shops around, potentially?
You don't see any on this street. There's almost certainly some in Ragator.
Right. I guess I'll check the street I haven't been down then.
Okay. Uh, well, there's two you have. Oh, no, here it is. Okay. So this is the street. There is piles of rotting garbage down east the Wharf Street.
Lovely.
And yeah, it's not wonderful. And let's see if I have a picture of what you see. Yes, I do. You're covering your nose from just this is like an evil smell. It's really bad. Use your cloak to cover your mouth and nose. And then ahead to your left, you notice the glow of torchlight streaming from an open door. Above the door is a sign.
Mm-hmm.
And that should be popping up on your screen.
It's there.
Okay, cool. Want to continue or go in here?
Yeah, we'll pop in here.
Okay. It's a magnificent emporium in which are displayed some of the finest goods of northern Magnamund. Even at this late hour, the trading post is busy as captains and rich merchants haggle over the sale or exchange of their cargoes. The owner of the trading post seems to be a young warrior, adventurer, and he's presiding over the auction of goods from an ornate chair held up by 4 massive chains. So it's actually suspended in the air. His men around him are all dressed in black armor, and on their shields they bear the emblem of a black ship on a red crest. Give me a quick perception roll.
$21.
You notice a small boy stealing a money pouch from the belt of a merchant and slipping it into his boot, and then he starts to walk off.
I could potentially gain some bonus points with the merchants if I prevent that theft from happening.
You want to do that?
Sure.
Okay. Do you want to? So you're just gonna grab the boy right here?
Yeah.
Okay. You grab the boy, and are you gonna tell? What are you doing? Describe this.
I believe you just took some money that does not belong to you, boy.
Did not. You took it.
Nope. And I'm just gonna like push him towards the merchant and be like, I believe this boy stole a pouch from you.
Yeah, I've seen his like before. I told you never come around this way. Last time I gave you a slap, this time I'll give you something more. And before you can react, he grabs the boy and uses a dagger to slice off one of his ears.
Well, that went well.
And the black-clad guards kind of stand up and look at what's happening, but when they sort of get the sense that it's what's happened, that it's like a street thief,
Yeah.
they just go back to their post. The kid is screaming, and the merchant has 2 of his bodyguards grab him and just carry him out of the. Then he turns to you and he's like, "Well, good to see there's still honest folk in this town. Name's Hugo. What can I do for you?"
Yes, as one who has recently been robbed, I understand the importance of your belongings being where they belong.
Terrible thing being robbed. Terrible thing.
Yes. So she's like, this is just like a random merchant that happens to be in the group there.
Yeah, he's got a ton of wares, and he turns to them now and he's like, "Look, you helped me out. You've recently been robbed. I got sympathy for that. Any 2 of these items, yours for free. Yours for free." And he shows you. He just kind of takes you over to some of his stuff. There's a quarterstaff. There's a blanket, finely made blanket. There's enough food for meals. There's 2 of those. They seem to be made of like fine fruits and sausages and hardtack. There's a backpack. There's another dagger. There's 30 feet of rope.
Well, the backpack is probably something I want to grab because I lost mine.
Okay, so yeah, he's like, "Oh, great, take it, that's wonderful." made by got to me by traders all the way out from the Desi lands, you know, southern lands. Yeah, fine make they do. Never wear down here. It even might have spells on it to keep it safe in inclement weather.
Sounds like a wonderful bag, sir.
I'm sure it is.
I should probably...
If you want to get back to dual wielding, you can get the dagger and
Well, I already
two
have
daggers.
I have a dagger and a mace right now.
But you can't use the dagger with your mace.
Oh, okay. Shoot. Yeah, I guess I'll have to take the other dagger then.
That is a fine specimen of a blade. Don't ask me where it came from, but it'll serve you well. I've tried the edge myself, even put a little extra oomph on it.
A little extra oomph, huh?
It's a regular dagger.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it does look sharp.
Yep. Well,
Very different from the one you hold now. So it's like you'll look pretty cool using them.
damn it! I had a long sword and I had a Susan and like I had some potions and shit. I'm so grumpy. And I don't see them like trying to auction off my my hammer anywhere, do I?
No.
No. Goddamn. All right. Well, I'm pretty decently equipped. I'll thank the gentleman for the trade, basically.
All right. One last thing that we'll do, I think, before we call it today. You are turned out of the market, and your path takes you east into Oxio Quay, and there is one more sign that you see as you go this way.
Woohoo! Okay.
Gonna check that out.
Yeah, let's see how much my 13 gold can get me.
As you enter, a bell rings, and a small man in a padded leather jerkin bids you welcome. He's busy polishing a rusty suit of armor with a wire brush, trying to bring it back to life, apparently. Not literally to life.
No, I don't want living armor.
Not animated armor. The prices of his weapons are displayed on a wooden board above the counter, and he's in a soft voice says, if you have any questions, just please feel free to ask. He's selling swords, daggers, broadswords, short swords, war hammers, spears, maces, axes, quarterstaffs.
Yeah, if only I had my 26 gold from earlier. Curses. Alright, so what armor is available and how much does it friggin' cost?
Yeah, he can sell you... Let me look real quick at what we got here. He will sell you for... That's a sword. He's got a lot of different armors. Well, I forget what you can wear. You can wear up to mediums, right?
I think so, yeah.
But you don't like to wear... What's your dex? Your dex mod?
+3.
So anything you wear in medium armor will only give you a max of +2.
Yeah, I mean, I was wearing scale mail.
You were wearing scale mail before?
Yeah.
That's going to be very pricey.
Yeah, I figured.
For scale mail, it's going to be 20 crowns.
Yeah, I don't have 20.
The best armor you could buy would be a half plate, but that's beyond your means. That would give you 17 dexterity, although you'd have disadvantage on stealth. Scale mail gives you disadvantage on stealth too, by the way. We'll have to keep that in mind for the future.
Yes.
The best thing that you think you can afford is for 10 gold crowns, you could buy studded leather armor, which will not give you disadvantage, and you would end up with, it's 12 plus your dex.
Okay, yeah, that would put me at 15.
So that would be probably the best thing you could buy. What did I say that would cost? 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then for another 4, he would be willing to sell you a shield if you want it, which would add 2 to your AC as well.
Well, I only have 3, not 4 more gold.
He sees that you're carrying 2 weapons, and he's like, well, you won't be able to use both with a shield. If you sell me one of those, I'll knock a gold crown off.
But then I lose my bonus action. Dang it. How much would that be though? That would be 2 more AC.
2 more AC, so you'd end up at what?
17 again. Yeah, that was real nice. And maybe I can always find another weapon later.
You gonna go that way?
Sure.
All right, so you give him all of your gold, and he wants to buy the mace off of you.
He wants to buy the mace?
Yeah, that's what he's saying. He'll if you give him the mace, he'll give you the shield for 1 less crown.
The mace is a plus strength, so it's a 1d6 plus 1. My daggers are 1d4 plus my dex, which is a plus 3.
And your attack with them is better. So more likely to hit with the daggers.
Yeah.
Could potentially do more damage. On an average, you'll do 5 damage with your daggers.
Man.
With the mace, you'll do an average, I want to say, at 4. So it is actually...
Yeah.
It's better with the dagger.
It's the extra bonuses. It's the bonuses are higher with the dagger in the long run.
Yeah.
Man, I miss Susan. All right.
All right. So you give him all your gold, I think.
Yeah.
13. And you get a shield. You get studded... Did I say studded leather? No, I said leather.
You said studded leather.
Oh, studded leather. Okay, you get studded leather armor, and you get and that's that.
Yep, and the shield.
All right. And we're about to end here because at the end of Oxyoke Way, on the right, you find a large stable and a coach station.
Oh shit! I have no money to pay for like a travel though.
And we will get to that problem next time.
Oh no! Alrighty.
All right. So that's it for this session. I don't know if there's anything to address on the chat.
Not terribly. Does anybody have any questions? Now's the time to drop them in. Yes, there is a cliffhanger. I'm sorry, Don.
In that case, I'll leave us with a slight preview of next time. Next time, we are going to shift into a very different kind of journey. Hopefully, you find a way to pay for your passage across in a caravan, and we're gonna get a little bit Agatha Christie on this, as the way across the wildlands is dangerous and full of suspense and possibly murder.
Yay! And I'm in a hurry, so that's a problem.
In that case,
Don is asking that are the classes the same classical D&D choices?
So we're playing. The only class available in the game books is Kylord, which is basically a ranger with special powers, and Morganite chose that class. So she's a ranger. She's playing for the Unearthed Arcana version of the ranger, which they basically fixed the ranger for 5th edition. And then we kept the Kai disciplines from the Lone Wolf books, which are a selection of 10 different disciplines which give her special powers. And what I've done is I've taken those and I've come up with equivalents for D&D 5. So she's basically, you can think of her as a very souped up ranger, a ranger that's ready for solo adventuring. I believe you have 6 disciplines at this point. And
Yes.
I want to say that you've taken healing. Do you want to run down what you took?
Yeah, I've got hunting, healing, sixth sense, mind shield, mind blast, and I'm a natural explorer by nature.
And you took
Oh.
the new one you took was animal
Kinship. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's basically a psychic ranger.
Pretty much. Yeah. When the die are with me, I'm pretty unstoppable in a small group. But the die have to be with me.
And she does not have a lot of health.
No.
That's the thing.
No, because
So
I'm only at level 2, so.
As we saw on the ship, she goes down easy to a big hitter. But she's crafty and can find her way about the battlefield with a lot of options. If Morgan does die in the course of the adventure, there will be the opportunity to play other classes. In this world, there are magicians, there are sorcerers, there are mage knights, there are thieves, rogues, all that stuff. So lots of options. There may even be a chance to play another Kylo.
Oh, God.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Her brother may not be dead. So yeah, thanks for hanging out. I'm enjoying this. I clearly, like, this time I did not have the luck of the die with me for like my perception rolls and that kind of stuff. So I got screwed. I lost Susan. I'm super upset about that. Like, damn it. Like, but yeah, it's been fun. I hope you guys have been enjoying the experience. And yeah. All right, everyone. You have a great weekend, and I'll see some of you back soon. Bye.